All right. We are back for another live stream of All in Context. This is I don't even know the count, but we're here, and so it's been good to kind of catch up with people. This provides me an excuse to communicate with people in this quarantine, this stay-at-home order that's lasting way too long, and so today I'm actually excited because I have at least one of my line brothers. The other one is supposed to be coming, and then another one says he has a meeting that he's getting out of that he'll join, but we'll see. But I got some guys that I developed a relationship with 15 years ago. 15 years ago at FAM, we all pledged the Alpha Z chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. It's led to some great relationships, great brothers. So I'm happy to have them on. Let me bring you on, Marcus. Marcus, say hello. Tell everybody where you are, what you do, blah blah blah, whatever you feel like sharing. Hold on, real quick. Hold on. Go for it.
Mm-hmm. Marcus Hughes. I'm Houston, man. H-Town. I've been here for about 10 years. Houston's been good to me. I'm in the education field. I'm a high school administrator. I've been doing that for about 4 years. Love what I do. Love the kids. But like I say, yeah, Houston is good, man. I think it's good. Good to see you, brother.
Yeah, man. I think the last time I saw you was it Mike Cato's wedding? Was it last time? No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I think it was tomorrow's funeral.
Was that okay?
I think that was
Okay.
on it because we all got together. There. But that was. What'd you say?
I say we saw each other both times.
Yeah. And that was a minute ago. I don't know. I know Cato been married for about 2, maybe 3 years, something like that. And so it's been a minute. So it's good to see you. Listen. So y'all, I play. So we in this fantasy football league, right? And I play. So last year, I won the whole league, and the finals was me and Marcus, and I went to bed, or at least I started the day thinking I ain't gonna win this game. I just was like I'm not gonna win, and then all of a sudden, the Lord's favor was upon me, and I ended up winning. Then this week I played Marcus again in fantasy football, and I came in thinking, dog, Dak Prescott didn't do what he was supposed to do. These people did do what they're supposed to do. But Marcus's team, Monday, two players. He only needed about 10 points. Had a wide receiver and a running back, I think. And
starting running back. Starting
running.
bell cow was the word Tomlin used. Bell cow. Better than that.
Yeah. And bro, the Lord's favor is still upon me on this fantasy. Listen, it's divine favor upon my life for this fantasy football. So I appreciate the win. I'm off to a great start. I wish I played whoever had Tom Brady early because once he get going, I ain't trying to see no parts of him either. So man, tell me what's up.
I'll say this. I mean, everybody knows you're a man of faith, clearly, and I'm gonna tell you how God is real. Keon had the worst team last year.
Absolutely.
Statistically, the worst team. He crawled into the playoffs. Barely made it to the playoffs.
Testimony.
Okay, cool. He makes it to the playoff. He's getting these miraculous wins. I don't know how he's doing it. Then he plays me. Statistically, I'm the best team. Highest points. I'm killing everybody. I see Keon and I laugh at this matchup. This is an easy championship.
But God.
My two starting running backs get hurt, and then I lose.
Hey, man.
And then Keon wins. I'm like, all right, it's all good. Cool. Then I see him this year. 2 players, 10 points. First drive, my running back gets hurt, and my other receiver just want to play trash. And then he drops the ball, the game-winning touchdown. He drops it. All I need was 4 points. He drops it, and I lose.
Listen, there's a song called Waymaker. And God is a waymaker. He makes ways out of no ways. And with that fantasy football, let me tell you, there was no way. There was no way, and he made a way. So that's a testimony for all y'all brothers in the fantasy football league that if you don't believe God is real.
I'm not even mad at you. Usually I'm mad at my L's. I wasn't even mad at you. I was like, okay, I got you, God. Okay. You wanted him to have it. I get it. Okay, cool.
Yes. Back in the commissioner spot. Feeling good. Um, so how? I mean, how you said you're in education? That's been a major thing, this year. Just what do we do? How was the process in Texas? Like, I know in Florida it was real contentious. I mean, I think the whole reason I started this, honestly, whole reason I started this was I saw um, a school board meeting or maybe a city council meeting in Palm Beach, and I thought those people had lost their minds. They were like, 5G is the reason, and you're just trying to use military protocol for the 6 feet so you can scan us, and you're taking away God's good breathing apparatus by making us wear masks. And it was, whatever side you fall on, whether you believe that you should wear a mask or not, please wear your mask. It won't hurt you. Um,
It won't.
but it was crazy. And so that I was like, I feel like civic discourse is at an all time low, and so I ended up doing this. So how was it in Houston? Was it kind of crazy? I know Texas is real big Republican country, and so that seems to be the side that's been arguing for that.
Yeah, if you've been watching the news or following the news, you'll see that Texas was one of the first crazy states as far as not wanting to wear a mask, as far as open up buildings, open up bars. So pretty much while everybody else was shut down, we were pretty open here. Honestly, we didn't
Mm-hmm.
shut down too long here. But so I mean, so even with that, I'm sure you can imagine like schools, parents want to, kid drop. In summertime, it was okay because they're off on the summer. That's a normal thing. But once the school year started to like gear up, and even in the spring, it was a big deal. Like get kids in the school, get kids in the school. So this year, I'll definitely say I'm for my district, my superintendent, and I'm a medium-sized district, A-Leaf. And my superintendent, I want to say maybe the first or one of the first superintendents to say we're going to go all virtual, which is a big statement for such a medium-sized district in the state. So him making that decision was pretty cool. I think that was the smartest and safest and best thing to do.
Yeah, I was
But
amazed
since
when you said that y'all were doing all virtual. I was thinking, huh? Now, question, and this really is not a what is describe a leaf because I don't really know much about what's the demographics. What is it? Where is it? What part of the city is it in?
uh, gotcha. A-Leaf, Texas is southwest of Houston, Texas metropolitan area. The demographics is relatively 60% Hispanic, 30% African American, and the rest other Asian and other. It's a low income area. Which is it's the hood. It's the hood. It's the SWAT. They call it the SWAT. They call it A. They call it a whole bunch of stuff. But it's pretty. But I like it though. I love it though. Like it's good people. Um, so that's the makeup of the area. It's not that big as far as so imagine us, a medium-sized district. We're next to HISD. That's one of the largest school districts in the nation. So we're right next to them. But so that's pretty much the makeup of A-Leaf, man. I've been in there for 10 years. Love it. A-Leaf has been good to me. So yeah, I love A-Leaf.
So
Know the kids, know the community.
So I first heard of A Leaf because of this rapper Toby, right? Nwigwe. And
Yeah.
I don't know what song let me see. What was the first song I heard by him? But he was doing those. He was releasing music on Sundays. I think that was
Mhm.
that was the rhythm. And I remember thinking, oh no, this dude is pretty good. And then as I listen, because again, my only hip hop I really listen to is like for real is clean. Because I need the radio that's safe for the little ears because I got a whole bunch of little ears. Um,
Well, kids, right? Kids Bop. I just learned about that.
Now I don't really like Kids Bop, man. Because here's the
I just
thing.
learned about it.
So here's the thing about Kids Bop. There are certain songs that you can't, like, you just can't make Kids Bop songs, or it fool you because you don't know that your kid has been listening to the Kids Bop version. So I think one of my sons was singing the Bruno Mars fill my cup, put some, and the Kids Bop, it says, fill my cup, put some water in it, right? And so, I know the lyrics, and so I'm listening to him singing, I'm thinking, what is he about to say?
How is this fix this? How this gonna happen? Let's see.
Or what's the one, there's a Bruno Mars song that's, uh, where it's like, huh, strawberries, all night.
That's what I
That's
like.
what I like. That's what I like. So I know the lyrics to that one. I was thinking, this is gonna be real interesting on this chorus. What is he gonna be talking about by
Turn
the
it up.
fireplace?
Turn it up. Let's hear this.
Right.
Turn it up.
Let me hear that. And
Turn it up.
And so it's like I forget. I think it's a strawberry milkshake by at night or something. But anyway, I heard Toby, and I was like, this dude is good. And so I started following him, and then I heard him on Sway. I don't, have you heard the Sway Five Fingers of Death that he did, bro?
Yeah.
It was, and he was like off the top, right? It wasn't written,
Yeah.
right?
So the thing, all right, so here's the thing about that dude. So he came to my high school about 3 years ago to speak to some boys that one of the teachers was sponsoring, like a boys group. So he came and spoke away. Now, cool dude, man. He's a real cool brother. Real cool brother. He's real. Like he's real down to earth.
Right.
You could talk to him. You like he's talk. Put it this way, it's like you talking to somebody straight off the street. Like it's real conversation. You could tell.
Right.
But very talented. Now, here's the thing though. What surprised is his wife. Like his wife is like hella cool.
Your
Okay.
experience kind of reminds
Oh
me.
wait,
his
hold
wife
on,
is-
wait. We got
Look
at this.
we got Darian joining in.
We grew up Hare Krishna.
Late
Are
Purdue,
you?
huh?
Can I mute you, Darian? Are you? There you go. He's still in the conversation. Go ahead. So his wife.
Oh, now his wife, to me, she's like the dopest. She's like the chill, laid back.
Right.
She's the dopest to me. But yeah, so them as a couple, so they came up, talked to some of the boys, like, just telling their life story, what they went through, et cetera, et cetera. And like he does, and what I think I like the most about it, was dope about it, is like he does everything with his wife. Like she's there. Like she's in the business. They're in the business together. You know what I mean? And they do like everything together. You could just tell, you could just see it. And they cool peoples though, real cool peoples.
Yeah, that's the cool. Like, so he had that song "Try Jesus," right? And that was like everybody, especially in the Christian world, was like, oh my gosh, he talking about, because he's like, I like to fight, right? Don't like, try,
don't try me.
right? Try Jesus, don't try me, cause try Jesus, don't try me, because somebody lay these hands, somebody laying hands on people, right?
Yeah.
And so he explained that, and I was definitely one that I was like, I'm not like, if somebody's whooping you down in the street, that you just be like, hey, here I am, just keep whooping me up. But I heard somebody say, I don't know if I feel the need to advertise that, I'll put these hands on you. Just like if I carry heat, I don't know if I feel like I need to advertise, don't run up on me because you'll catch that smoke.
This Texas, by the way, open carry.
Right.
Everybody,
right. So, funny story about that. I was in Dallas, and this is the craziest news story I ever heard when I was living in Dallas. So, this guy, and it was crazy because in Dallas, I felt like there was a string of people breaking into houses and getting shot, like the people who were breaking into homes. And so there was a news story that this lady, this young girl, I think she might have been 16, maybe 17. She was at home by herself. The two people broke into the house. She shoots and kills one, right? And they're interviewing the dad, and they're like, tell us how you feel about that, all this. And he said, I'm just mad she didn't catch the other one, because I taught my daughter how to shoot early on. And I was like, whoa, that was a quote I wouldn't expect it.
But here's the thing though, like these kids be shooting. Like you go to a gun range or just open ranges, like they're little kids out there shooting. They know how to load, unload big guns. I'm not talking these little 40. No, they got big guns.
Right. Yeah.
Texas, man.
Listen. I don't doubt. Derek, can you hear us? He sounded like he was still handling some business.
Yeah, I can hear y'all. What's going on, brothers?
Nothing. Are you gonna bless us with video, or you just doing audio tonight?
I'm gonna bless you with some video once I get to the house. I'm still in the car riding, but once I get to the house, you'll be blessed.
Hey, did you pick up some?
What's up?
Some neem? Is it neem?
No,
Neem?
I grow it in my backyard, so I don't have to buy it.
Ooh,
Yeah, I do have some neem with me, right?
Of course, juices and berries.
Right. Cool. All right. Well, just let us know when you.
Berries, exactly, nuts, juices, and yeah. I'm glad to join in, but please continue this gun control conversation. I'm gathering my thoughts so I can make sure I join in properly when the time is right.
All right. So that was the crazy. I'm all over the place because I think I started with A-Leaf and Toby, and so one of the things I like about like you said, his wife is always with him in what he does. And I think, especially when we talk about families and we talk about not black or white or Hispanic or anything, it's just the American family. We're so separated, right?
Yeah.
You know, the wife does her thing with her girls, the guy does his thing with his guys, the kids are off with their friends, and there's very little like connection with the family. And so when I see and his wife is always holding the baby. I think the baby was like 2-3 weeks old, and there was a video, and she's there holding the baby, and so it just that black family.
Yeah.
I mean, we need
Yeah,
that.
I'll definitely say, man, I would want like I'm a big team person. Like I believe like team, like and Lord will I get married one day or whatnot. Like I would want my wife to be like that, like a team. You know what I mean? Like she's down, we doing this together. Like I so looking at that for me, it was like, yeah, that's pretty cool, man. I want when I get to that point, have a wife like that, relationship like that.
Yeah, man. And then I guess is that his sister that's always in the videos with him? She does
I
like
did so I only met him and the wife. I don't know who that is.
Yeah, I think maybe it's his sister. She's always doing like the beats and things like that. So
I think he's an all in-house independent type dude.
Oh, yeah.
So that probably is his sister on the doing that. It's probably his brother on the beats. Probably right. He does like everything in-house type deal.
Now he got a song. He has a song, "Shine." Have you heard that one? It's got this. So I don't know if you watch it on YouTube, but it's got this. There's two background singers, a white guy and a black guy singing, and that song, fire. So if you hadn't heard it, when we get done with this, go check out Toby Nwigwe, Nwigwe, Shine. And
I'll check him out, man. Now, yeah, he's dope, man. Then he actually came back to A-Leaf. He comes back to A-Leaf often, and he performed in one of our like community events.
Okay.
Got on stage, freestyle. He's real good dude. Cool.
Sweet. So y'all all virtual. I mean, are the kids engaged, or are they just kind of? You have any reports from the teachers where it's like this is the worst thing ever?
I mean, for the teachers, the thing about teachers is when teachers have to adjust on the moment, they're not good at it. They just not. But once they got into it, they said, okay, we got the hang of it. Teachers enjoy it, they like it for the most part. But the only issue is the same issues that a lot of parents have. And so while they're teaching, their kids are still there. So they still have to be mom and they got to be teacher too. So that part is pretty difficult for them. But the teaching online, a lot of teachers like. I mean, a lot of teachers like it. The kids, I don't know. I think it's one of those situations to where, like a kid like you, it don't matter. They could have gave you a notebook and some stone. You were going to learn. You were one of those kids. You weren't you? Straight A's, weren't you? Yeah.
I got a B. I think one time. No, I got a few B's. I wasn't straight A's, but I was all right.
But for example, a kid like you wouldn't have any problem with virtue. That would not bother you. But then you had another kid like me, for example. I was a moving around type of kid. I had to, me virtual. I don't know. So you got a lot of kids like that. And then, like I said, I told you I'm in the hood, so you got kids that have situations too.
Right.
So yeah, their home situations are bad. So yeah,
that was so when we first went, like the spring was just horrible. So the spring was just ridiculous. And I remember communicating with our principal and asking like how are the kids doing, and she was saying it's interesting because you think a lot of the kids would say, great, I don't have to go to school, I can just sit in my PJs and watch this video and be whatever. But she was saying for a lot of students, because I live in I don't live in the place where the Orlando Magic players live, let's just say that, and they were saying a lot of and honestly this is probably true no matter the socioeconomic status, but for a lot of kids the school was the safe place, right? And so
it is. So
when you have no safe space and your home life is wretched because your dad or your mom are just not really good people. She was saying it was tough. A lot of the kids were struggling, and I think Orange County, we had a whole bunch of kids that we lost track of.
The thing about kids, man, and definitely being a dad, like kids like structure. Mm-hmm. Kids really do like structure. They want structure. Kids like familiarity, places that's familiar, people that's familiar, places. They like those things. So, and then once again, if you're in a certain area, like my school, kids rely on that for food, meals. They rely on it for breakfast. They rely on it for lunch. And a
Yeah.
lot of teachers do more for kids too. So when you take all of these things away, for a lot of our kids, it's crazy. And I'm only on the high school level. I
Right.
can only imagine the smaller ones and even the ones in the middle.
Man.
So yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Well, we are struggling. I'll say that here on the so we do in Orange County they gave we had a face to face option. So because our state commissioner, like the education commissioner, said if you're a school district and you want money from the state, basically you are going to open up 5 days a week. So pretty
Days a week. Wow.
yeah. So yeah, there was no Ron DeSantis, and Ron DeSantis is
Hey man,
he's walking lockstep with our president, and so part of it was trying to just go back to this sense of normalcy, and just so basically saying I don't care school districts, you gotta have 5 day
if you want the funding.
if you want the funding. And the problem too is they said offer innovative alternatives. But according to our school district superintendent, she was saying the alternatives had to follow the bail schedule. So at that point, you can't really be that innovative of offering alternatives if it has to follow a bail schedule. That basically means you got to have somebody sitting in front of a computer screen all day and going with the bail. And so we decided to do virtual school, which was Florida has a virtual school option and always has, or for a long time has, where you could just, I mean, if you wanted to, you could just take Florida virtual school and not go to campus.
Virtual school has been around for a long time.
Was it around when you were here?
Virtual school had, let me see, I'm trying to think.
Nah, it couldn't have been because the internet wasn't that advanced. I mean, we ain't old, but the internet wasn't that advanced.
When I graduated from UCF, probably like within my first year or two afterward, yeah, it was starting to have online school. Like that was a thing. It wasn't a big thing, but it was a thing.
Gotcha.
And like they even have it here. Of course, now it's a bigger thing now, but yeah, that's been the thing.
So yeah, the Florida virtual school option we thought would be good, and it's not bad. But the problem for us is that we have 2 children in Florida virtual school, and so one's in kindergarten, one's in 3rd grade, and they're not doing the same thing. It's everything is on the computer, so you don't have a like a book to watch. I mean, a book to see them go through, and so it's kind of hard to monitor. So it's a struggle, and like we just don't have them. Like I don't have an office. Like this behind me is like I'm managing I tell people I manage what's in the frame. So what you see is the manicure part. This where I am is just a thrown together place for me to work out of since I'm working from home, and so they don't have any like boundaries. They don't care. I'm in the middle of a conference call, and they're like, "Daddy," and I'm like, "No, shh, I'm on a call." And they're like, "Oh, okay, Daddy," and I'm like, "I just said I'm on a call. I don't understand." So it's a struggle. I don't know. Man.
Yeah. I'll definitely say prayers, blessings, everything to the parents. You all, I don't know how you guys are doing it, like with the trying to work from home and be a mom and dad. I really don't know how y'all doing it, man.
Horribly. That's the answer. We're doing it horribly. Cause it is crazy.
Look at your boy.
He on now. Hold on. Let me add him on.
What up, brother?
Oh, look at him.
Look at your boy.
Hey man, how was the grocery store trip?
It was great. I'm in Daytona Beach, Florida, so being able to go to P. Ryan's Country Farm and Produce Market to get all my natural and holistic vegan needs was a great trip.
Bro, are you getting paid to advertise for P. Ryan? Because that was a great plug. That was a great plug.
It was a strong endorsement.
Right.
No, it was great. I enjoyed being able to, get all my produce. I feel like now that I know how to eat, Florida has been a very good place to go grocery shopping because there's all these natural like open markets.
Right.
So it was cool. It was nice.
So you are, how long you been vegan? I think I remember when you started, maybe.
I mean, I feel like I gently started back in like August of 2018.
Okay.
I kind of got strict about it New Year's of 2020. So I would say like year and a half, somewhere in there.
What'd you say, Hughes?
I said Africa.
Right.
Yeah, bro. You
Hey
know,
man, listen. If Darian, bro, your whole trajectory in life is like I've always said, huh, interesting. And for various reasons, right? So like I remember being at FAM and I think you were the first people I knew that was our year that did an internship with Goldman, right?
Okay.
Which was Goldman is a prestigious firm and you did that after your sophomore year?
Yeah, my sophomore summer
Right.
going
So
to junior year.
right. So I was like, oh man, that's kind of nice, man. Oh,
He's smart, huh?
right. And then you went. Did you go P&G? Is that where you went after you finished?
I started at P&G. I had an internship in between Goldman and P&G, but it was small.
Okay. And so like you did that, and then this is where it gets interesting right here. So I remember you were saying, oh yeah, I'm going to on a traveling gospel choir to like travel Europe and sing. And
You said they're going on the Disney cruise line, and I'm gonna just sing it up and be married.
Check out the deuces of corporate America and just go Mickey Mouse my way through life.
Exactly what he said.
And that was like for me that was kind of it was cool and interesting because again going into when you're from SBI and FAM corporate America, like the whole idea of saying I'm out and I'm gonna go do something that I enjoy.
Right.
Especially when you were 3, 4, maybe 5 years removed from school. Like that's early, and most of us aren't thinking, I just want to go do something that I enjoy. We're most of the time thinking, I want to do something that will propel me greater in my career.
Right.
And so that was always just, and then when you moved then you came back, right? I'm telling your whole life story, right?
I appreciate it, man.
You ain't gotta tell it.
I appreciate that we connected enough that you can tell it.
Right.
I thank you.
And then you come back, you move to you sell your place in Miami or wherever you were. Then you move to California, right? And I remember thinking, what are you doing? And you were like, I don't know. And again, I'm thinking, who does that? How does that work? Like, Now, also, I was in a different situation because I think at that time, I know we had our oldest because when we went out to see you, Ashton was born,
right.
and so it's been cool to see your trajectory, to see how you've basically done away with the idea of I'm going to fit into a box and I'm going to be like I'm going to do what I want to do. How's that?
Yeah.
How's that working out now? What does that look like now?
It's funny. Like, I don't know. I think I've always hated corporate America, and I say that like happily on a recorded line. Like, it's never felt right. It's always felt unnatural. Like I can do the work you're asking me to do with my brain. I'm smart enough to do it, but it doesn't feel like an environment that I want to spend time in. I wouldn't elect for this. And it's ironic that we say, you can make these large salaries and money is supposed to give you freedom, but yet I'm doing a job I don't want to do to be able to have this freedom. So it was always a very like weird conundrum for me being in corporate. So I've always just felt like I needed to get out. But ironically, what I've learned, the more companies you quit and the more you move around, you get different experiences. And companies actually value that. So like now I'm working at Microsoft and I'm doing like senior finance management for a division of Azure, our cloud product. And it's been really cool. Like I feel like I've been back in a space like college. This is the first time I've ever had to learn as much as I've needed to learn to be able to do my job. It's really interesting to be around so many smart people, but also be able to hold my own and be like, I've been here 10 years off and on post-college. I know how to do this. And so it's weird. Like I would have thought that this would have hindered my career by quitting so many times or changing companies. But like every time I turn around, I have a new recruiter hitting me up or another company poaching me. And when I interview for those new companies, the first thing they appreciate is my mobility. They're like, oh wow, you've had 5 different experiences with Fortune 50 companies, and you've been able to do this type of work, maybe at the top level of innovation to the bottom level of product delivery, and like you've had such a variety of skills. We think you can be a director now, or we think you can be a young executive. And so I actually think moving so much and being erratic with my career has paid off more than it would have been if I stayed still.
No, I definitely think too. And my conversations with people who are, especially those of us who were in corporate America and
Mm-hmm.
and are still there. A lot of us now are thinking, I want to do something that is, especially in the environment that we're in. I mean, with the whole racial stuff and the whole,
Yep.
just 2020 being just the trashiest of years known to man.
Oh, it's
Uh,
my favorite year.
yeah,
Well,
no,
second
Right.
favorite this
you are
decade.
an
This has
anomaly,
been a good year.
Yeah, you definitely the only one.
right? And
This has been a
so
good year.
I think a lot of people are thinking, I'm tired of this, right? Because
Yep.
you spend so much time and pressure
You spend your
working
whole life
towards.
there.
Yep. And so a lot of people are saying, what can I do that's meaningful and impactful in the areas that I care
Mm-hmm.
about? So I'll be excited to hear more stories as we get into our 40s and hear about the things that people have started and doing.
I've been talking to Marcus actually a few different years since I left Africa about my ideas on like making products and natural homeopathic medicine and like
Man, he
meaning
not
things.
finished. That's all, man. Listen,
I've
man.
been talking about it.
Dropped the box. The Moses box supposed to drop years ago. I'm not even going
Man,
there,
it
bruh.
wasn't even years ago. It
What are
was
you
like
talking about?
2018. It wasn't that long ago. But the thing is, I've been experiencing life. But I've been living. At that time, I was in Africa. I was going back and forth, moving countries, and like leaving California, moving back to the East Coast, only to go back to the West Coast for Seattle. And like, I feel like my life has been a very fast-paced collection of experiences that will ultimately like I still know how to make all that stuff. I still like am able to put all those things into use. I'm just not commercializing it. Like when people call me and they're sick, I know what to give them. I know it's a mail that I've mailed hundreds of needing leads in the last 6 months. And I feel like even if I haven't turned it into a product, I know I'm using it for some good. Or like learning how to make compounds with shea butter and different oils.
Right.
And so I've been like just turning into like I guess like an apothecary or a
Right.
horticulturalist. And I think one day I will sell it all, Marcus. I promise. But until then,
Look, man,
y'all
you
just
So
don't
mail
have to give it to me. You don't have to sell it. Okay.
it. Just mail it. You
Give
like
it
just
to
mail
you.
it.
I'm gonna hit you with. Have you
Okay.
seen the You saw? Did you see the Sway Kanye West interview? And so, if you the interview. This was a
Is
while
that when
back.
he was out in his like farm?
I know this was before then when he was like Houseway,
Okay.
Houseway. So
Yes.
the whole background of Houseway is Sway is asking him like what's going on with your product, right? So you've been trying to do like marketing for whatever clothing wear, and Kanye was talking about something, and
Oh yeah,
Sway
how can I do it by myself?
right, and so Sway was like,
Yes.
what's keeping you from doing it? So I'm gonna hit you with the Sway because
Yes.
I wouldn't. I mean, I think all of us in life have had ideas of things that we would love to do, and they probably would be very successful. We just don't do them. So I'm gonna ask you, what is it? What's holding you back from pursuing further that path?
It's a couple things. One, I don't really look at it as being held back, but as much as most important thing for my life right now isn't to make a product. Like it's important for me to do it, and I know I will eventually bring it to life. But like, hey, I'm gainfully employed, so like I don't need to go find supplemental income. Passive income is always great, but like I think we get crazed with this idea that we got to beat the pavement for every coin. I want to rest. That 9 to 10 hours be hard. Like Microsoft is fun learning, but it's not easy. So I'm intensely working from 10 a.m. because I'm on the West Coast, but my meetings would be starting at 7 if I was or I'm on the East Coast, but it would be 7 a.m. on the West Coast. So from 10 a.m. until at least 6 p.m., I am working.
Right.
And so after that, I'm tired. And then I cook every night. I've been home with my family since March. So like, I got home and I was like, y'all got to eat better. This looks terrible. Y'all cannot eat like this. So
Shaming
I'm
your
committed
family.
right. I'm
Listen,
serious.
that's a
Y'all
whole
can't do this.
conversation. What your parents eat, mom? Why is grease
Bro, you can't.
so? We
Y'all
don't do
can't eat these
next to the stove anymore.
pre-made Publix chickens no more. We done with this. So I cook every night. Like that's why I was at the grocery store. I cook every single night or every other night. But I make vegan meals for my whole family. My cousin, her son, my mom, whoever will eat it. My uncle comes over. And so then I finish work and I get to cooking. And so I'm like, I have it in my mind, but I just do not have the time to sit, make a product, hire a marketing manager, start building a website, build a Shopify. Like that is a full-time job. And there's a part of me that knows that if I really needed the income or if I had like a pressed vibe to make profit from it, I would. But I still find time on the weekends to everybody who's asked me like, yo, can you mail me some leaves this week? I mail them out on the weekends. I make large batches of shea and I send them out to people. Marcus, I got your package coming. But basically, like,
he just thought about it as he was talking about it. He's like, oh, snap. I snapped. I didn't get I was supposed to send it to Marcus.
Like, but confused.
Oh, yeah, that's you. But no, it's like, I think that I have not had the time to turn it into a business, but I also am finding that, like, I don't have to do it by myself. And to that question that Kanye answered, I think what I realized I could not, it's going to take another 5 years to bring anything to market if it's just going to be on me. I really have to enlist people for help. Even though I don't have like the I guess, time commitment of a full family, I find myself sewn up in so many other things. I don't have the time to create another brand on the side. I've been trying to do it for 2 years. I have the knowledge, I have the product, I have the materials at home, but I truly just cannot carve out 40 hours to build a website, build a plan, hire this person to do these things, and to go launch it.
Yeah, that makes sense. I got a serious question. So when you on Zoom calls at Microsoft, do they let you wear like shirts like that with your chest out and the taco meat showing? Is that because I know West Coast culture is a little different, so I don't know how that works.
I definitely could if I wanted to.
Okay.
Like people wear T-shirts with like surfing. My manager's always wearing surf shirts, but then his boss is wearing like the same Patagonia zip up every day. So people have variations of it. I've worn like wife beaters on calls, but most of the time, it's just the worst. Tank tops is the appropriate term. It was a black one, so it wasn't white. It looked a little better.
Okay.
It wasn't such a contrast on my skin. I guess what I mean, I would say 97% of the time I don't show video. I just put audio. I never show video. And when people are having a moment, like if I have a one-on-one with my senior director and he wants to show video, I take like at least 80% of my calls outside on the patio. And Florida's hot. And so South Florida's been the summer. So I'm outside in like tank tops, beachwear. So when I really have a like serious call that I need to show my face, I do just show up like this. And it's weird because like when I went into the office, especially being in Seattle, it was already cold. So I had an excuse to dress formally. Like I was wearing sweaters and jeans and boots and like jackets. But now I don't have a reason to put that on. People never saw my hair like this. Like my hair was back, tied up like this every day. 90% of the time at home, my hair is more like this. And so I'm always at the conjunction of like, do I want to get on a call like this? Am I too black? I don't know. But
be your full self, brother. Be your full self.
But I know in my mind, like you'll hear, they won't say it to me because it's too sensitive, but to other people, they're like, whoa, Jeremy, haven't shaved in a week. Ha ha ha, you're looking crazy over there. Like they let you know that they're looking. So regardless if they mention it or not, they are judging you on how you appear. So I prefer to keep my camera off. I never share it.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Only because my background ain't ready. It's not. Listen,
that's a nice background that you have right now, brother.
Right, but see, the problem is when I'm so these are my these two monitors are my work monitor. So when I'm working, I'm facing that way, and my work laptop is. So when I open it up, is what you don't see is what's that like this way. It ain't
the nicest.
It ain't ready for the masses to see. Hughes, I saw you broke your finger.
Man, I actually a tendon in my top part of my finger. It's weird, man.
So what? How did that happen? You getting old for real?
Yeah, it's weird. I never had to get surgery or anything. Thank God for that. But I had to call a specialist for it, so I got an appointment and everything. It's crazy.
Wow. Hey man,
Kashif ready? Kashif on?
He's on. Man, let me add. Kashif, what's up, man?
What's up, brother?
Hey man,
Well,
What's the deal?
your internet is. Hold on, wait a minute.
Right.
Now
He's got that 56K dollar.
right. You need to go.
hold
You need to holler at Jamie Dimon and tell him he gonna have to help you out with your internet. You need a raise, brother.
on. Well, if you could tweet him or put him on, if you tweet him like Trump did the other day, I'm saying that J.P. Morgan starting back work
Hey
on the
man, keep walking
27th.
around. That looks real nice. What you got in the background? I'm feeling that little layout.
Hey, Kashi, let me see that artwork, bruh.
You know, Kashif
Let me see
rich.
that artwork. He can't.
All right, I can hear y'all. I'm just trying not to hear y'all actually.
Hey man, don't hide the artwork from the people. Let us get some culture through your video stream.
How y'all doing, man? I
We
actually
good.
miss y'all, man. How y'all doing?
Hold on, real.
I
Hold
miss
on.
all y'all.
Good, man. Miss you too, brother.
Is anybody else? Kashif is lagging. Is that just me?
Nah, it's lagging.
Yeah, I'm a tweet.
Yeah, I
Jamie.
told you he on that. And Keon, you pretty sharp, brother. You must have the family package on your internet cable.
Hey, listen.
You got 100 megabytes per second.
He's either he looks like either a podcaster or a grown up
Right.
gamer. One or the other.
Hey man,
He's a professional caster.
hey, my kids watched what's this dude? I'm not gonna even say his name because it bothers me. But this dude plays Minecraft. All like that's his whole business. And I saw he posted something, and 5 hours later it had 62,000 views. And I was thinking, I'm doing life wrong.
I need a better setup.
Right.
Listen,
Right.
But here's the crazy part. The crazy part when we were in college and high school, your parents were like, "Oh, you playing them games? That amount to nothing. You gonna
Right.
waste your life away. $1 million business, $1 billion."
$1 million.
I was watching ESPN and I saw these dudes playing maybe FIFA. It was like a FIFA tournament or something, and they showed the winnings, and I was thinking, people make this much money from playing games?
Playing games.
And we over here working hard for like a fraction.
Right.
A fraction.
There you are, Chief.
Is that better?
That's much better.
Yeah, that's
There we go.
Hey man, how was the meeting? Did y'all get a lot accomplished or was it a bunch of nothing?
That's TBD. If we got anything accomplished.
Now where are you? Are you in Cincinnati?
I'm in Columbus.
Columbus. But you were in Cincinnati at one point, right?
I was, yeah. When I left P&G to join JP Morgan, I came up here to Columbus.
So if y'all don't know, Kashif is like, at least in his own mind, the president of the whole world.
I'm sorry.
Hold on.
breaking up again, brother. You breaking up again.
Grab on the sheet. I'm
I don't know what's going
Yeah,
on.
it's horrible. It's
Yeah,
horrible.
Kashif, bro. What kind of internet are they serving
Are you
you in
serious?
Cincinnati?
No, he in Columbus,
It's all the same.
Ohio.
The flyover states. But you notice, I've been learning a lot more about the black population in the flyover states and how many black people are really there. And it's more than I think most of us would know.
And where?
Like flyover states,
Oh, the flyover states.
Ohio, yeah,
Oh, it's plenty of black people in Ohio. Plenty.
Mm-hmm.
plenty. Which I didn't know that.
I went to the African American Museum in Cincinnati. Dope. If you're ever in Cincinnati, definitely stop by. It's dope.
What is there? Is it like is it a national or is it based solely on like what happened in Ohio and stuff like that?
It has it's 50-50. Like a lot of stuff it is national, but they did have a lot of things that took place between the state lines of Kentucky, right there.
Gotcha. Yep.
So the location of it was pivotal during that time.
Cool.
Yeah, it's pretty good, man. You ever there? Just check it out.
I don't think I've ever been to Ohio. I don't know when I would go to Ohio because it literally. I don't even know when I would fly over Ohio.
Cincinnati will surprise you. Cincinnati is cool. Dayton, not as much.
I met Cincinnati when I was working at Procter and Gamble. I mean, I didn't hate it. I used to go there a lot for work, it's just a weird city. It was the like first time I really met the Midwest. It's like people over here eating chili and spaghetti together. Okay, if
No.
you say so. It was just very different, and like also it felt weird. Like it wasn't the same kind of black people that I was used to knowing from the South. They
I
had a
agree.
different energy.
Yeah, I agree with that. But I'll definitely say this: it's cheap, cheaper.
It
Like
is very cheap.
socially, food, yeah, it's pretty cheap.
Now that's one of the
It's
things
very
about
cheap.
fam that I realized, because I grew up in Mississippi, and I tell people, listen, Mississippi, we got black people and we got white people, and the black people obviously are more closely aligned culturally. But when I went to fam and like South Florida, all three of y'all from South Florida. So all y'all South Florida black folks, y'all, it's different.
We
Y'all,
we a
y'all,
different kind of black people.
y'all are different experience. Y'all dance
I
like
didn't know what different. But it's like, okay, you went until you got outside. You like, oh, yeah, we're a little different. You wouldn't know.
We a little different, Marcus. Like, and it's funny because like I didn't realize that until I went to the West Coast. That's when I
You
really
wouldn't
started
know.
noticing.
Exactly.
South Floridians are different people.
Right.
We have grown up. We're basically the half breed between an American and an Islander. We like Caribbean Americans, but without being from the Caribbean.
Pretty much.
Kashif, I think you're good now. You're real smooth.
I think so. I think I'm on and popping.
You went and got on that T-Mobile network. Let the
I
Wi-Fi
did.
go.
Hey man, so how's COVID life treating you? I saw you were like whitewater rafting at one point, so you must be doing good. Dog, you stuck again. No, there you go.
Look,
No,
cause
COVID is stressful, bro.
rafting with shades and a hat on. That's how cool he is.
Right.
So cool.
You said COVID is stressful, Chief?
COVID is stressful. Y'all know, like, I mean, people don't believe me when I say this, but I'm actually an introvert. I'm just kidding.
I don't believe you at all on that one.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, but I like to be an introvert when I want to be an introvert, but COVID is forcing me to do something I don't want to do. But it's necessary evil at the end of the day. But meaning to quarantine and stuff like that. But it's really stopping everything like travel and everything that I want to do. It's kind of put a damper on that, you know. I'm sure if COVID wasn't here, Darren.
Dog, it was gonna be good.
He had hope. Had hope.
She brother,
Had hope.
we need you to log into some real Wi-Fi. Frozen.
Bro, I'm
man.
surprised. Like this is so whack that it's not working. My wife is it like breaking up or something?
Yeah, it's weird because like your is spotty, so it's like choppy, and then your voice and your video, the audio and the video don't match. Are you at? Is this your house? Because if this is your house, you got the dopest house ever. No comment.
All right. Hopefully it picks up over here where I'm at now on the couch.
Is this your house?
I live here.
Ooh.
I live here. Not my house, but I live here.
I
Hey,
live here.
listen, that's the same to me. It's all the same.
When I grow up, man. When I grow up.
You got they got the accent walls. Anyway, so like with your job, how's that working? Because I mean, you're supposed to be recruiting folks, and normally recruiting happens face to face.
Yeah, it's difficult because like I mean there's so much, you know, every school wants, you know,
And there it is.
I tried.
I saw it in your face. I saw it in your face. You had hope for him.
Am I breaking up again?
Yeah,
It's
man.
breaking in.
It's breaking up.
Am I breaking up again?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's real weird, but it's all right though. It's good to see your face, man. Like I thought when COVID hit and we did that Zoom call for everybody, I thought that was the coolest thing and the best thing ever. Because again, I mean, there are people like Mike Cato. I think again the last time I saw him was probably at his wedding. And Darren Moses, I don't know the last time I've seen Daniel Moses face to face. I think it was when I went to see you in Santa Monica, probably, which was
Santa Monica was the last time, like 2013 or 14.
right. And we still have that picture of you and holding Ashton with the sunglasses.
Ah,
And so yeah, so it's and that's one of the things I did want to talk about briefly. It's just like one of the things I appreciate about Kappa and bringing us all together is that I mean you guys like I literally have slept on Kashif's couch before when he was living in DC, and
yes.
Life has
Me and
not,
Marcus have been in Africa together,
right.
Like with Mike,
Twice.
And so it's cool that life, because I mean a lot of times in college you'll meet people, you'll develop relationships, and then life happens. And to be fair, I mean, life still happens for us. There are times where we go, months, perhaps even years without speaking to one another. But the cool part is, I feel like whenever we get together, we can just pick it right back up. When we were in Houston and we were at Mike Love's house, Marcus, like that was stuff that I was like, man, I really miss. Honestly, I was like, I feel like I want to move to Houston.
When we were after the funeral.
And I was like, this is something that because nobody wants to move back to Orlando. Like nobody's finishes school and it's like, where I want to go. I want to progress in my career in Orlando. And so we have great relationships here. We have some great friends. A lot of Ashley's high school friends.
Hey man, come through, man.
Listen, when COVID is over, I'm planning all kind of trips. I'm planning all kind of trips. Yeah. Hey, but I can't fly though because we got so we have to pay for 6 tickets because the youngest is 2 now. So that gets really expensive.
It's a 13-hour drive. You got it, man. Load up the van. You got it.
Yeah. And I'm also trying to figure out how I can. So I got a bunch of life things I'm thinking about. Like, how do I get in a work situation where I don't have to physically be somewhere, and then I could buy an RV, and I can load up the family, and we can just try. Kashif, don't look like that at my ideas, bro. Don't look like that. This is a great idea. How can I load the family?
Kind of sound like you've been talking to Marcus because Marcus had this crazy idea as well about an RV, pull up the home coast. Like Marcus will get laughed out of Tallahassee.
No,
hey, look, I knew Up would be down for it.
I'm
I
down.
Knew Up was down. I knew
I'm down. Listen, because think about it. You get the RV, you stop where you want to stop. You don't have to. And if I had an RV now during COVID, I would have been anywhere because I'm working from home anyway, and I don't have to worry about people being clean or not because I'm in my own space. Man, I just needed like a whole bunch more money and a whole different like life situation.
More money
because them things are expensive. I don't know if you priced out RVs like the real nice one, like the tour bus looking ones. Woo. Anybody I see driving that, I'm like, you rich. You are rich.
Who you think you are, Drake? You a tour bus for?
No, listen. I got a whole crew with me.
He does have
You do have a tribe. I forgot about that. You do have a tribe. Yeah, you got a whole tribe. You got a whole half court now.
Yep. And
you need the bus.
Ashley is pregnant, so we about to have the 5th one.
Oh yeah, you definitely. Because thinking about plane tickets for all y'all, that's expensive.
Yeah.
What you set up?
I said Ashley's pregnant, so we about to have a 5th one.
Right.
She's pregnant right now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you didn't. I didn't tell you that. I told you that.
He posted in a group chat. How you missed that?
Yeah, he don't be reading no messages
like all the time. I didn't see it.
Bro, you definitely do.
Yeah, she's due in
commented
December.
Afterwards, like you checking on Jovian or something.
You know what it is? I've seen so many beautiful pictures of Ash pregnant. It just
you don't know, right? Is this an old one or a new one?
It's been so many pictures.
He's seen 5 of them.
Hey,
I seen 5 of them. I just forget what year it was.
When you think about it, so we got married in 2009. It's 2020.
Every 2?
It's like every 2 years. She's been pregnant like almost like half our marriage. But we're done. We're done after this. I'm tapping out. No more for me. I've contributed 5 people to the population. I for our own sanity, I can't do no more.
I recall you saying that the last time for the last your last one.
No, I'm for real. I'm for real this time. I'm for real.
Oh, okay, so last time it was for fake. Okay.
Yeah, last time was for fake. This one is for real.
Got it.
There you got a different angle.
Is he about to do a live concert?
Right. That's what it looked like. He broke out the.
Yeah. They're about to sing.
And listen, is he about to premiere the album? He about to break us the album?
Right.
Oh,
You got.
that means he's great. Why can't I have a great setup?
Hey, he about to. He. Look at the lighting. Woo! That brother leveled up on us.
Bro, I can't see everything. How do I see everything? Why
Because your
don't
internet
you
is focused, Chief.
why don't you using Zoom, bro?
Because so Zoom, I can't use Zoom because I got a software that I'm able to bring in each of y'all's video feeds individually through Skype. So like when you close yours, I can just get rid of you off the broadcast and not see the Skype logo. And then when you come back up, I can bring.
Got it.
So yeah, that's why. Yeah, man. So y'all stay home because I'm gonna keep chatting. But and Darian, did you just switch cameras? Or did you get a new camera?
Yeah, I've been trying a new setup with using my digital camera for Skype and Zoom calls. So I just changed over to the digital camera.
So like, if it ain't focused, it's not focused. But if it was focused, that thing would be like. I'm looking at Marcus Hughes pixelated. I can't even tell that he's a person anymore. And then I'm looking at yours, and I'm thinking, man, that's pretty sweet.
Not focused.
Now you focus. Now you.
I'm gonna tell you what just happened. You get in your car and you have a nice car, right? But then you go to the dealership and you get the 2025.
Right.
Ain't even coming out yet. Then you get back in your car. You like this ain't it.
Right. This ain't it. This ain't it.
Am I focused yet?
No, but you know what? It's wait. You going the wrong way. Go the opposite. Go the other way.
Going the wrong way.
Yeah,
go the other way.
How do you see everybody? I can't see everybody. I only can see Keon.
First of all, this whole live stream is breaking apart because y'all technology skills, y'all way too young to be having this.
We're working on it.
Technology skills. All right, it's 9:00. I do a stream every first and third Tuesday for anybody who is watching this. Thank y'all for watching. Next time, so it's
how you know who watching? How many people we had? Do I got any new fans?
I don't. No, you don't have any fans. You got 0 fans on here. Listen, I have like 1 million people watching. They just not watching right now, and I don't know when they're gonna watch. But maybe at some point in life, perhaps
you didn't. What it
is?
You created content. Promote it right. You didn't promote that you're gonna have Kashif on there. Had you promoted it that way.
That's it.
Yeah.
No, for real though.
I don't hear a lie. I don't hear a lie. I don't hear a lie. But since you said that, I mean, any of these followers out here definitely can follow me on Instagram at I am Sheaf19. Again, at I am Sheaf19 on Instagram. Thank you.
What are they gonna see when they follow you? A picture of you still got the Audi that you take a picture of, like in the background, like, oh, by the way, I have an Audi.
I feel judged right now.
The brothers are no good, man. The brothers are no good.
I feel judged. For the
no judgment. I'm just stating fact.
No judgment. That was a nice car.
It was very
Everybody
nice.
loved it.
Hey, speaking of nice cars, I text Darian one day because he was posting pictures of him, with the interior of his car, and I was like, "Ooh, man, that car looks kind of nice. What kind of car is it?" And he told me what it was. I said, "Oh, never mind. Don't worry about it. I ain't gonna get it. Don't worry about it." It wasn't a Honda or a Toyota or a Kia or a Hyundai. Let's just say that. All right, but
first of all, if y'all go down memory lane back to when we were in
I'm about to cut this. Wait, Kashif, before you keep going, make sure this is family friendly. My mama and daddy might be watching, and my kids.
No.
Okay.
I'll send you a text message. I'll say something.
Okay.
If y'all go down memory lane to, Darian's always had nice cars. Darian's always had a nice car.
No, Darian's been rich.
I mean,
Darian's all like from his Passat with the leather seats.
The Passat.
I didn't even know what a Passat was until I met Darian.
And until his first day when Darian's at P&G. Y'all know Darian has an MO, like he has a pattern, right? So Darian's patterns, he comes to North America to make money, but then he goes and blow it all overseas. All right. He comes to North America, he makes money, he goes and blow it overseas.
And then he comes back.
And then he comes back to make more. Darian's got a pattern.
So Darian, what you gotta figure out how to do with this COVID now you should be able to stay over in Africa because everybody
Marcus,
virtual
I'm not
anyway.
playing that. Marcus, I'm not playing
Who's
that.
not playing that? Come on, Kiki. You already know
Darren ain't
me.
been
I
in his
play
real
that.
house
This
in
has
like
been the
months.
best time of my life because you can do whatever you want. We can all work remotely. I've been in Florida since March. You think Microsoft cares if I'm in Seattle or Kansas or Accra or Johannesburg or Florida? As long as I get on that call at 7:30 a.m. West Coast time, everybody's
First of
cool.
all, I've already had a conversation with Darren about this. Darren got tipped off about COVID. It's impossible for him to have been able to move out the whole city before it even like went crazy in Seattle. Like I'm convinced he had an insider trader.
I believe it because we definitely were able to I think our last day in the office was the 3rd or 4th of May, and they had already decided to shut the entire corporation down by that point. So they would have had
But
weeks of research
yeah,
before
but
that point.
you was
Before
already
making
in, you was already in Florida. Like you was in Florida like a long. I agree.
I thought
All right.
he
Oh.
oh